Welcome back, friends, and gather round to episode 42 of Simply Walking into Mordor. As always, my name is Nauglir, and a special welcome to you if this is your first time watching with us. Well, guys, we are out here in the wilds of Evendim. We have just slain many tomb robbers, and we're looking for white wargs and goblins. And I just wanted to stand in front of this rock here, but the textures are so low resolution. This is with the high resolution texture pack, by the way. Yeah, LotRO, they do a pretty good job with the ground. I mean, it's not 3D, so it could be better. It is pretty good where there's grass and stuff. They're smaller objects, pretty good. Still, obviously, 2D. The animals, also pretty good. But when it comes to large objects and stretched terrain and that sort of thing, it gets real wonky and pixelated. Look at that. You can see the individual pixels. Oh, well. Never mind. You can't win it all. Yeah, that looks real weird. All right. We're going to get right into it, guys. We're going to continue our conversation on deeds, this episode, and continue questing for Ost Forod. If you haven't watched episode 41, I would highly recommend you go and watch that before watching this episode, just so you can get an idea of where we're up to on the deed log. We're going through all of the deed log. We finished the bottom row of deeds, and we are now up to this top row here. All right, these are the white wargs we're looking for. Look at them. They actually look really cool. There's one hidden too. Oh, wow. Okay, we've got two friends to fight. There we go. Let's bring him down. Oh, big hit there with a relentless strike. Remorseless strike. I keep calling it relentless strike. It's not the same thing. All right, we've accidentally aggroed that scouting tomb robber. Bring them down as well. All right, let's get into our conversation on deeds. I do want to get through the rest of them today, as we just finish off this white warg. We have three more to slay after this. I did have to kill one off camera. One of them assaulted me while I was trying to do the intro in between episodes when I was just standing around, and he came out of hiding and attacked me, so I had to finish him off. All right, let's get the deed log back up. We're going to go through these top 4 tabs this episode. Not too much to go through, but useful information nonetheless. We're going to definitely go into our area of effect mode in this camp. There are lots of goblins, so we'll definitely be ready to shing. All right. With these goblins going down with relative ease, we have to kill 12 of them here. Let's begin our discussion of the top 4 tabs, the top row of tabs of the deed log. So, the first one, we have skirmish instances. Now, skirmishes, obviously there are so many of them, of that type of instance in the game, that they deserve their whole own tab. In this first sub-tab, I guess you could call it, we have the just the overall skirmish instances. This is where we find our encounter deeds. So every skirmish has a certain number of encounters for us to do, and this tab tracks which ones we have done, and as a reward we would get a title for each different skirmish. And so this usually is what people use to keep track of their progress all the way through deeds. We have collected a lot of extra goblins, so hopefully this Xing will get down a lot of them. There we go. And I think yeah, actually we just finished them all off. Okay. That wasn't a bigger deal as I thought. Okay, we need to find Thauk. I think that is him. There we go. He will count as a white warg. He's one of our bounties. So let's bring him in to fight us. Use Let Fly, a skill we've never used before, or very rarely. Alright, so yes, these deeds, skirmish instances, track the encounters that we have done. Oh, look it is. Look who it is. It's our hunter friend from before. He is returned. He is the hunter that assisted us with fighting Andy Idden last episode. And he has come and he's helping us fight these goblins here in Tum Fuin and helped us slay Thauk, the dwarf. So, very thankful for his assistance. I'm sure he wanted credit for that kill as well, so I guess we helped him out by starting to fight Thauk. Alright. But guys, yes, that is the deed log for the skirmish encounters. The next tab is, of course, for the lieutenants. This is our lieutenant deed tracking area, where we can see all of our deeds about lieutenants for the skirmishes. So every different lieutenant has their own deed, and you have to slay 5 of them for the base level deed. They're all slayer deeds, obviously. And then you have to slay 50 more of them to get the advanced, and they are just a mark reward, no title or anything. And yeah, that's all the deeds from skirmishes. So hopefully that wasn't too hard to understand. Skirmishes, pretty simple deed system. That's our last goblin. We're going to run out to the north now. Hopefully not, or to the west, sorry. Hopefully not getting too many goblins along the way. Might just use this opportunity to heal ourselves up of this goblin. Alright, there we go. Okay, so yes, skirmishes, that's all. Instance tab. Now, this is one we haven't discovered any of because we haven't actually done any specific instances as of yet. Oh, there are lots of enemies around here. Let's get into it. Opportunity to fight lots of enemies at once. Nauglir says yes. Alright, let's battle frenzy it. Horn of Gondor. Stun them all. There's our hunter friend riding out. Oh, I've been stunned. And apparently, we couldn't wake ourselves up either. There we go. Raging Blades has brought most of them down. We'll be able to survive this. Don't you worry. Alright, there we go. We've still got a Spear Flinger. He's on low health. Blade Storm should get him down. There we go. Alright. Brought those down. Didn't really get that close to dying. We were in control. Alright, so, instances. Now, as you probably could guess, these deeds are anything to do with those specific instances. So I know we haven't done any of those in this series just yet, but if we open our instance finder, we can see that yes, we have here the Road to Erebor deeds. They would all correspond to this tab, the Road to Erebor. Then we have also the Great Barrow, that's found in the Shadows of Angmar tab. Fornost, also in the Shadows of Angmar, so on and so forth. So all these deeds are found in these tabs. They all have deeds that relate to each instance, and usually they're related to completing all the different quests that you randomly get assigned quests sometimes in instances, and so completing all of them is usually a requirement to complete a deed. Completing the challenge level, completing different tier difficulties, that's usually what goes into the deeds in this part of the deed log. And also sometimes, specifically in the Moria instances, you have deeds relating to slaying a certain amount of enemies in those instances. And they will get you virtues sometimes, but they more likely get you more specific rewards, usually titles or mark-based rewards. So those are the deeds to be found in the instance deed log. I'll be sure to point them out when we do actually do an instance. I'm looking to get some people together to try and do the Great Barrow over a series of 3 episodes, because there are 3 instances in the Great Barrow series. And hopefully, yeah, we'll be able to do all 3 of them on camera around the same level. So that would be very fun indeed, having some friends around to do that. Alright, we're just looking for some more white wargs here. Haven't been able to find very many. We have got a home at Ost Forod. That's good. Don't mind riding too far away. Here we go. Found one behind a bush, but he can't hide from us. Alright. Let's bring that warg down quickly. Alright. Now, the next part of the deed log is the Hobbies tab. Now, this, I think, was a system that Turbine, the original developers of the game, wanted to expand but never got around to expanding. Fishing has been around as long as I can remember. It's the only hobby in the game, as far as I can tell. Well, definitely, it's the only hobby in the game. I think it was there from right from the beginning. That is all we have to do out here. So we are going to take a map back to Ost Forod. So yes, these are deeds to do with fishing, catching different amounts of fish, different types of fish. I've never really gotten too into fishing, so I don't know all the intricacies behind it. But I'm sure that Turbine wanted to fill this with more hobbies that you could choose between, but only got around to doing fishing. Fishing's still used in some quests around the place, but not heaps often. All right, just handing in these quests here. We'll definitely hit 37 right now. So that'll be good. That'll be an extra trait point for us to assign, helping these people of Ost Forod. We are almost done here in Ost Forod. There's going to be one quest after we're done with these, and that'll be a little instance to do with finishing all the bounties. Yeah. All right. I'm just going to pop down here, do a barrel roll, not even break our leg. There we go. All right. I'm going to chat to... Who's over here? I might hop on our horse, actually. Clark Standish. Return the relics. Level up to 37. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Speak to Partropoli. Yes, we found no boars. We looked everywhere. We didn't really look everywhere. But we did find no boars.
Hello
so...
there. Might I speak with you?
He's going to get us to collect bear meat. Pa. We can do that.
What do you need?
Finish that bounty. Finish his quest. Very good. Very, very good. And that is all 4 quests from immediate threats complete.
What do you need?
We'll finish this quest to kill that we killed the captain last episode. And finally, hand in all these quests to Basil Gummidge. Beating these
What do you need?
2 bounties.
How can I be of service? How can I be
And
of
finishing
service?
the immediate threats.
Stay
All right, this is going to send us to Rantost, our next area to quest in, which we will do. And then this is our instance that we're going to do for finishing the bounty hunters. We're actually going to go and kill bears, though, for Partropoli first. So let's ride out there and kill some bears. All right, as we go, we have one last deed log to go through, one last tab of the deed log, and that is the war. Now, I am not... This is to do with PvP, by the way. I'm not a avid PvP player. I used to do it a lot more. I haven't even stepped foot in it recently. But deeds that are found in here are all to do with PvP in some way or another. Now, some deeds you might find are to do with doing quests around the place. There are some PvE quests in the PvP zone, which I don't really understand. Collecting different keeps, so flipping different points by defeating the masters there, the head enemies. And then also by slaying many, like, I'm talking hundreds of each type of PvP enemy, of each type of monster player. So those are the deeds that are found in there. Unless you're a PvP player, you're not going to encounter them. And if you are a PvP player, you probably know a lot more about them than I do. So hopefully that is a good description of them. As far as I know, they give commendations as rewards, which are the PvP currency. But other than that, I'm not too sure. They might give a renown bonus as well, which is like the ranking system. Oh, we've lost our Remorse Strike skill. Oh well, let's go find that. Where are we? Remorse Strike. Alright. Just killing some bears here for Partropoli, getting him some bear meat. If he can't get boar, he might as well get bear. But yes, guys, that is the whole deed log. Hopefully you know a bit better how to use it. There is one more piece of functionality about it that is quite useful, and that is adding it to the tracker, adding a deed to the tracker. Now you see we've got our quest tracker over here, but in fact, that's not just for quests. You can use it for deeds also. Let's stunned by these bears. There are so many bears. Yes, you can actually use this tracker for deeds also. So if we wanted to track how many times we've used Champions Challenge, we could add that to the tracker, and it would show up here, challenge accepted, use Champions Challenge 54 out of 400 times. So there we have it. We can track our deeds just like we track our quests, and that's especially important if you're going out looking to finish quests off, finish Slayer deeds off, sorry. Also, it is very helpful if you're looking for Explorer deeds. We can just remove it just the same way as we added it. We go over to Eriador and perhaps Evendim. If we find an Explorer deed, Ruins of Evendim, we can add that to the tracker. It says find Barad Wrath and find Rantost. And we can see, maybe this doesn't, Ruins of Evendim, is it flashing anywhere on the screen? Perhaps not. Perhaps that's only for some specific Explorer deeds. But some of them, it will show up on the map where they are. So it'll give you a bit of help finding them. But that does make sense that they're not really there. Otherwise, it'd be quite easy to find them all. Want it to be a bit of a challenge. Not too much. You can just go on the wiki and find the exact coordinates of all those locations if you're finding some hard to find. And that is, yeah, a very helpful source of information when looking for those locations, especially some of the further out ones that quests don't even send you near to. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that explanation of the deed log. It's a pretty dense piece of equipment on the LotRO interface. Lots of information on there. Very helpful to keep checking up on whether it's virtues, titles, trait points, whatever you want. They're all found there, how to get them. Alright, well we have finished collecting choice cuts of bear meat for Pa Chopley. We're going to bring them back to him and then return Basil Gummidge before we leave this
How do you do?
Ost Forod, this place of Ost Forod. Alright, we finished that quest. We got a decent amount of reputation for that. We are up to, what is it, 10,053 out of 30,000 towards Kindred with the Wardens of Inumnas. That's, of course, the maximum reputation standing. Alright. Here's the wanted poster that Basil has told us to read. The poster is written in a messy scrawl, but the words leap off the parchment at you. For the death of Nauglir, champion of no account, Cuthbert Sprunt offers 2 gold pieces. We're only worth 2 gold pieces. Not only have we got a warrant for our death out, but they're only going to pay 2 gold pieces for killing us. We could pay that ourselves. Just don't kill me, I'll give you 2 gold pieces. No. We're going to bring this to Basil.
What do you need?
And we will put this to an end.
Basil Gummidge hired adventurers from throughout Eriador to bring the ruffians and tomb robbers of Evendim to justice. But now a notorious tomb robber, Cuthbert Sprunt, has placed a bounty upon the Arbiter's own hunters.
All right. So yes, Basil has, as Gandalf just pointed out, Basil's been hiring people to deal with the ruffians, but now the ruffians are striking back. We've actually got an extra trait point to spend, so we should do that. We don't have anything particularly useful to spend it on. We could increase our critical chance. That's always a good thing. And then at some point we should start working our way down these 3 because they do get quite good if we get all these points. And so we will eventually, that'll be next. We'll kind of put them in when we don't have anything else to add to. Since we have some traits that aren't really many point to put in down here. Yeah. All right. Let's get this instance underway. But yes, we the hunter have turned into the hunted, and Cuthbert Sprunt wishes to slay us, or at least have us slain. He thinks he can beat us. I'm ready. This is going to be a piece of cake. Oh, he's going to cheat. He's going to cheat. Enemies always do this. They always just make you stop hurting them. But Basil is helping us out. I think he's going to run away. Oh, we got Will Tripper. This is Bill Tripper's brother. Obviously, Bill Tripper was one of the... Man, these guys do not want to be slain to death. They just want to be taught a lesson. Okay, I guess we're fine with that. We're a good person. We won't kill people unnecessarily. All right. We finished that.
Greetings.
And now we've got a nice pocket item, hopefully, for us to use. Yeah, look at that. That is pretty good. That seems to be the champion-specific one. Let's just have a look quickly, see if there's anything else for us to use. It's better. No, the horn will be it. 11 might, 6 vitality, and 6 agility, and some power to boot. Very nice indeed. All right. Let's just have a quick look through this gear here. Make sure there's nothing better that we could be using. Don't think there is. All right. Well, in that case, we have just under 10 minutes left. We're going to travel to Rantost. So we're going to ride off to the east. It's an island in Lake Evendim. You could swim up from Tinidia. It's very slow, though. So we're not going to do that. We're going to ride to the west, to that island. And on our way, we're actually going to get our next point in the treasure quest, the treasure hunt. And our riddle is sending us from this beach. You can see Rantost, which is where we are headed. A short swim across the water. So as you can see there, the quest is leading us over here. So that's where we'll go. We'll head up to find the answer to the riddle. And then head to Ellie Bancroft. And that might be all for today. We might just be ready to start Rantost's quests. And then, relatively shortly, in about a level and a half time, we're going to resume our epic story. Hope you're excited for that. I definitely am. Keen to get back into the epic stories. That'll be at level 39. We'll head up to Rivendell and do a bit of questing for Aragorn and Elrond. Look at that. There's Rantost down there. We can see it now. And so we've got to find the answer to the riddle. It's just north of it, on that beach over there. We just saw a glimpse of it. There it is. There's the beach we're headed to. Alright. Just something I briefly wanted to touch on while we're headed there. That's a pretty small matter. But just another thing that you might have noticed as we've been leveling up, specifically. Each time we level up, you might see if we can find the chat log of it. Where are we? Might have leveled up just before that. Yeah, oh well. Well, nevertheless, every time we level up, we get given 200 destiny points. Now, what are destiny points? I'm pretty sure I haven't covered these before. So, sorry if I am repeating myself. But hey, for the new listeners or watchers, destiny points. We can find them here in the perks tab. You press B to get to your wallet. This gives you all your barterable or other currencies and also your gold currency. And then click on perks, and this is where your destiny points accrue. Now, most people don't use these anymore, and so destiny points just seem to pile up in people's destiny point wallet. Here is our answer to the riddle, by the way, the stone marker. Let's use that. Finish that now. All right, the next one. On the western shore of mighty Lake Nanuial, stone paths run to the water from a flat clearing. All right, we might not actually get to that specific one, just because we will be leaving Evendim before we get up to it. We get over there. That's all right. We're going to swim south to Rantost, to Elliot Bancroft. There you go. But yes, destiny points. Swimming is quite slow. That's all right. It's pretty, though. The water is very nice. Right, destiny points. I'm getting sidetracked. Every time you level up, you get 200 destiny points. It used to be the PvP currency, so that's why there's a strange number of them. And you use them here in the perks list. So the perks here, some of them are gated by level. Where's one that I can show that for? So see, they say level 20, level 30. This is level 51. There we go, level 40. All right. So these perks just give different bonuses for the game. So we could give ourselves plus 5% out of combat run speed for 1 hour for a cost of 200 destiny points. And we see that it has 5 uses. So we can actually use this 5 times, and then every day one of those uses gets refreshed. The one that is used most often is this accelerated experience. Now, if you recall, every day, if you're a VIP, which I am, you get a third of your level in blue experience. That's inverted commas. Blue experience. That means that for that third, you're getting double experience. And this accelerated experience bonus also gives you extra of that. So I'll say we can use one now. Why not? We use it, and we get a little bit of blue bar. That'll give us double experience for any quest we complete. So just like this one, we complete it, and we get double the experience we would have because it was in that blue bar. And so you can use this 5 times in a day. Let's just use it. Why not? Use all 5. 250 destiny points each, but as you can see, that's fine. We have plenty. We can see the next use is at 23 hours, 59 minutes. So every day, one of these uses will refresh. And that's given us quite a lot of extra experience. If you want to see how much left you've got, it says purchased bonus, 55,734 XP. And we have 40,072 XP for this next level. So that'll carry us on all the way to the level after this one. It is actually worthwhile to watch these when you buy them, though. You don't want to go past your current level, because it actually gives you a percentage of your current level, which means that if you just purchase it now, you're getting a percentage of your current level toward the next level. And that's not worth it, because you require more experience for the next level. Therefore, it'll be better to get a higher amount of experience when you just buy it a bit later. Other perks you can get, non-combat power and morale regen. These are usually time-based increases, not power-based increases. So usually you just buy this one and it'll give you an hour of it. This one gives you 45 minutes. But there's no difference in power. So I don't know why you wouldn't just buy the 45 minutes one. Or even the 30 minutes one. That's 30 minutes for like a 20th of the cost of an hour. That doesn't make sense to me. Anyway, hope. You can give yourself an extra hope. That's not very useful. Increased morale. This one actually does increase in power as you go up. And time. This is power. Mark acquisition for... This is one that people do actually use. Used a burst of mark acquisition. Pretty useful for skirmishes if you're trying to get extra of these bad boys. I think it also does increase medallions. I could be wrong though. Not 100% sure. You can increase your armor. Or physical mitigation, that is. You can increase your tactical mitigation. Legendary experience. I'll explain that when we hit legendary experience, obviously. And then also extra experience from monster kills and item XP from monster kills. You can get that lasts for an hour and a half, 3 hours, or 6 hours. And I think, yeah, the boost does change as well. So for an hour and a half, we can get 25% extra XP from monster kills. That's actually not that great because it's only from monster kills. Your main experience comes from quest rewards. What else have we got? No item wear. That's, semi-useful if you value destiny points less than money. Extra damage. This is quite useful. Plus 5% extra damage is really handy. So spending those 3,000 destiny points probably worth it. You can remove the defeat penalty from skirmishes. I've never used that one. I don't think it's that worth it. Extra monster play experience and commendations from monster play kills. That is definitely worth it. People use that one all the time in PvP. And finally, restoration. This is possibly the silliest one. Just removes all disease, wound, fear, poison effects from the target. Every class ends up getting a skill that can just do that. This is 1,000 destiny points for one use. And it just seems absolutely silly. But yeah, guys, that is the destiny point perks. Just thought I'd explain that at the end of this episode here. We are here with these in disguise rangers, I think, or maybe they're turncoat. They're turncoat tomb robbers, something like that. They're in disguise. We're going to pick up their quests. Just 3 quests to do here, then an instance. We'll do that next episode.
Would you do something for me?
And use some of this bonus experience that we just got. But guys, that's going to be all for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, please make sure to give it a like. I hope you did enjoy it. If this is your first time watching with us, make sure you hit that subscribe button. New videos come out every day. Next episode and tomorrow, we'll be doing these quests here at Rantost. And, yeah, taking stock of where we are, seeing if we're ready to move on or if we have to do a couple more quests. I'm fine with doing that. Love questing M&M. All right. If you have any questions about the deed log, about destiny points, about anything, leave them down in the comment section down below. Other than that, guys, that's going to be all. As always, it's been a pleasure playing with you, and I will see you tomorrow.